before we can actually remove the old water heater, we must drain it. And as you see here, at the bottom where we would drain it, the calcium buildup, and there's no way we can get a hose on it. So we're going to try something else with this one today. And here you can see the control valves in the operating system. This is a very old hot water heater. And we're following the gas line up, which is a 3/8 gas line, soft copper, which should be hard rigid pipe. And we're going to replace that with black iron pipe, 1/2 inch. What we wanted to do here is just give you a nice view of the old gas line that's in place, and of course right there, that's the Flue. And all of this gas line here will be replaced, as we were saying earlier. And now let's give you a better view of the water coming into the hot water tank. If you notice, we're zooming in on the main cutoff going into the hot water tank, and we're going to replace that one with a new one. This is kind of old. And here we have the main cutoff coming into the building, which is in the basement. And most main cutoffs in any basement, you're going to find them in the at the front of the building. And if there's a corner house, you may find it on either side of any street that may be facing the main street where the main service is. And here, first thing we're going to do, we have the gas cut off. We're going to remove the old gas piping. Now we're going to disconnect the water lines from the hot water heater itself, which, by the way, all of this will be changed to 3/4 inch M copper. As we said at the beginning of the video, we need to drain the hot water heater before we can actually remove it from the basement. And normally we would put a water hose on here and run it to a floor drain, but in this particular case, what we've done is we've moved the water heater over with a dolly next to a floor drain, and we're letting it drain out there. And now we have the new water heater that we're going to install. And what we like to do before we install any hot water heater that's gas is we like to pre-assemble the gas lines up right here at the control valve. And what I've just showed you was a bunch of different size black iron pipe nipples. And with any gas line that that has threaded pipes, you want to make sure that you put pipe dope on each end. And here we're putting on the 1/2 inch black iron pipe T. When we turn the fittings like we're doing here, we try to put them in an angle to where we don't have to back up on the thread. So here we have a little more turn, so before we make that last and final turn, we're going to put the drip leg, and some people refer to it as the dirt leg. And the purpose of the drip leg is to catch any condensation in the gas line itself, or any trash that may be in the line, so that it doesn't get caught up into the control valve. With the drip leg, it will bypass it and go straight down into the drip leg itself and prevent it from getting caught up into the control valves. And the drip leg is just a 6 inch black iron pipe nipple with a cap on one end. Now we can make the full turn. And that's where we want it, right there. And this is just a short nipple that we're going to put in here, and with that nipple we're going to put the union, black iron pipe union. And the purpose of the union is so that you can, if you ever have to replace a hot water heater, you can just screw it apart just from this part here, rather than breaking the whole system down. And remember, always put the union before you put the cutoff valve. And of course, the water that you're hearing in the background is the water draining out of the old tank. And here you see we're putting our gas cutoff 1/2 inch ball valve. You see how the ball valve operates, which is the perfect type of valve that you would like for a gas cutoff. And this here is what we call pre-assembling the gas line for the hot water heater. Of course, this is the top view of the water heater where the hot and cold line goes in, and any water heater that you buy should have it written on the top, hot and cold, so that you don't get them mixed up. And now here we're going to start with the dielectric unions. And just like the gas line, it has the threads. The dielectric union also has threads, and we're going to pipe dope it up for a extra nice and tight seal. Okay, in the meantime, let's get the relief tube ready for the hot water heater. And we're going to clean the copper pipe with the abrasive cloth. And we're going to take our 3/4 inch male adapter, clean it with our wire brush. And what I usually like to do is just what you see me doing here, is brush the outside to make sure that the solder makes a complete weld around it. And now we're putting our flux on here, and some flux in the pipe. And you see that I'm wiping the pipe and the male adapter. This helps give it a nice clean solder joint. Keeps the solder from going all over the place. And the trick to soldering is to put a hook on the end of the solder wire. Always point the heat on the fitting, because the solder will follow the heat. And with the heat being on the fitting, it will suck the solder right up into the fitting and fuse the two metals together, as you can see here. Now we're going to do basically the same thing with the dielectric union. We're going to clean the brass fitting. And like I did the other one, brush the outside right there around the ridge of it. Now we're going to break this union back apart later, but right now I use it as a brace to hold my pipe up while I solder it in place. And the purpose of the dielectric union is so that the copper pipe, the metal of the copper pipe doesn't touch the metal of the iron hot water tank, because when the two metals touch, they will cause one metal to corrode faster than the other one. There's something that's called electrolysis that travels through the metals, causing one to corrode faster than the other. So you don't want these two metals touching. And the way the dielectric union is designed is to isolate the two from touching. And you'll see when we put the inserts in here. And I usually, when soldering a pipe, I work from one side, but I take the solder wire and get the fitting nice and hot. Now the solder will just suck right up into there. You notice that most of the flame is on the fitting itself and not on the pipe. And I usually like to run a second path over it, just for extra precaution. And of course I'm wiping the solder so that we can have a nice, neat, clean joint. But now we put the insert over. You notice the insert will isolate the two from touching. And the same with the other one we have on the other side. We put the insert in. Notice the plastic piece. That plastic piece and the washer that goes inside will isolate the copper from touching the iron tank, which will be part of that nipple now, sticking out right there, part of the other half of the dielectric union. You see the washer goes in here. Alright, now we've got to do something about the old pipes that was hanging on the over the hot water heater. We've got to cut some of that old pipe out, and we're going to adapt the old pipe to the new pipe. So we're going to use some special fittings that would allow the new 3/4 inch M pipe that we're going to use to adapt to the soft copper that's on the other side of it. And here we're going to use a 3/4 by 1/2 reducer. And we're going to hope that all that water is gone by the time we go to solder the pipe together, because we don't want any water on the pipe while we're soldering, because it won't, the steam from the water will blow a hole through the joints and causing it to leak. actuality, all this plumbing in this house, this is an older home, would actually need to be replaced and brought up to code. But this has been done years ago when there was no code here to go by. So we're adapting to what they do have. And here's the reducer, 3/4 by half reducer. The soft pipe is 1/2 inch, and of course the new pipe that we're putting in, the new copper pipe, will be 3/4 inch. Now we're going to solder the pipe in the vertical position. And always you start with the joint at the bottom because the heat will travel up. Remember, the fire is on the fitting and the solder will suck itself up into there. It will follow the heat. As you see here, it's sucking up in there. And what we're going to do is wipe the lid, but notice that we're wiping the solder up into the fitting. Don't wipe it away from the fitting, wipe it up into it. And now we're going to put the cutoff to the hot water heater on here. And most cutoffs, you will see that they have an arrow telling you the direction of the flow of the water. Make sure that you put the valve in the right position. And always remember that the cutoff goes on the cold side, the inlet side. And you only need one cutoff on a hot water heater. And always remember to wipe off any excess flux that might be kicked up around the fitting itself. As you see we did here. By doing this, it helps gives you a nice, clean, and neat joint. Now, when soldering a valve onto a copper pipe, always try to face the heat in the opposite direction of the middle part of the valve where the washer is. This will keep you from melting or burning any washer in the inside of the valve. You notice where we're holding the fire. Let me put it back here. And we try to keep it away from the middle part of the valve itself. Do not make a long process out of soldering the valve to the copper pipe, because you will tend to overheat it and burn the washers in the valve out. As a matter of fact, that would go for just about any fitting. You don't want the heat on it too long to it will burn the pipe up itself. Okay, now let's go ahead. We've got our relief tube made up, and all we need to do is cut it to fit in here. And what we're doing here is taking a measurement, because what we want to do is take 6 inches off the bottom of the relief tube. The reason being is we want the relief tube not too high and not too low. If it's too low, the water, if there is a emergency and the hot water heater blows the hot water heater off, if it's too low to the floor, the hot water will pop up and burn someone. If it's too high, of course, would burn someone being too high standing next to it. 6 inches is usually about the best and most safest position to put it. We've turned the water back on at the main, and what we're doing here is we're tightening down the packing nut, because if this is too loose, you will have a drip here. The water will drip. We're just tightening down the dielectric union as the water fills up the tank. Now we're going to start on rerunning the gas lines. In most cases, you're not going to run into a hot water heater that's going to require so much gas pipe replacement as this one. This is a much older home, and this is something that needed to be done to make it safe for the homeowner. Okay, now we have our new gas line hooked up. Here you see the dielectric union, and the dielectric union allow us to work from both ends to meet in the middle. Now let's reinstall the flue pipe. And as you remember, the old flue pipe was kind of old, so we're going to replace it with some new flue pipe. This is a 3-inch flue pipe, and you can buy them in 2-foot sections. And of course, it's important to have some tin snips to cut it down to size to fit. And of course, always be careful when cutting any kind of tin flue material. And another thing we like to do is try to screw as many pieces together of the flue pipe, the Flue 90 or whatever, or another piece, before you put it in place. It makes it a lot easier than trying to do it while it's in place. Do it to where you can actually get a hold of it. And we're just using a regular screw gun here with the self-tapping sheet metal screws. we're going to put the flue cap on here. And you see the little notches that we're pointing at? There's notches on top of the hot water heater. The grooves that these fit into. Now we have just one more piece to put in. And here we have a pair of flue pipe dimplers. And this dimpler you can buy at most hardware stores. And this is going to allow the one end of the 3-inch flue pipe to go inside the other. It's important to note that most cities and municipalities, by code, they require you to put at least 3 screws at each joint of the flue pipe. The other screws are in the flue pipe. Okay, here we're going to ignite the hot water heater. Here's the control valves. Here's our gas cutoff. Let's turn it on. Now this is the control valve that we're going to hold down until the pilot light is lit. Once the pilot light is lit, and we would hold this down for just about a minute or so and release it, and that will allow the pilot to stay lit. Now we're going to turn the water heater on. And this is the pilot light that we're looking at. And once the gas is released on the main burners, let's turn it to the on position. Now with the newer hot water heaters today, they require a different ignition. Now the newer water heaters today have electronic ignition. You can't get inside them like you used to. But what they do is give you a small window right here that you can see inside and see the burner and the pilot light to see if it's lit. But before we can light that pilot, we're not going to need a flame to light it. We're going to ignite it. Right here, the little red button up there, the long one. There. When we click that, that sends a small electronic ignition spark down to the pilot. And if we look in here close enough through this window, you see the small spark that it creates once we start pushing the button down. There you go. Let's get a little closer. Now you can see the small ignition jump. Now once we've got enough gas, by holding the control valve down, we can click this until we get the pilot to ignite. Now you see that the pilot is lit. And we're going to continue to hold the button down for about another minute or so to allow the thermocoupling to heat up.